Matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
On the return, the Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring out the 3rd down.
No gain on the play, and it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun, Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Intercepted.
That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, a turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again. Murray setting up the screen for Cook. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
The ball carrier. The tackle by Quan Alexander. It's a
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
At the 11-yard line.
Shotgun now for Murray. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Murray going to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, it creates a penalty.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
56, the mark, boy, 56. Check 56. Watch it.
2nd down and goal. Murray to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. On play action, it's Murray sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Richie James is on the return. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Does a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Third and 2, Newton escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
In on the stop, it was Travarius Moore. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter.
Cardinals 10, 49ers nothing.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
offense set to get this drive underway. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A 6-yard pickup.
Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told us.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And this will be gathered up in the end zone, and that's a defensive touchdown.
Touchdown.
Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce on it.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you've got to get on it, make sure that you recover it, or make sure you punch it out of the end zone. Anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. On first down, it's Newton. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Bud Dupree in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. 17-0 our score after 1.
49ers nothing.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's a toss play right to Mostert. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
Third and long, it's Newton. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll be out right at the 35. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
He's brought down at the.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Forced out to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Hassan Reddick able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
Third down. 3rd and long.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun. Newton, he'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion. I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Murray. And he'll find Hall. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on 1st down. Now Murray looking for the end zone. That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Makes the score Cardinals 24, 49.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
Richie James on the return. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 35.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and which you also have to guard against. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 34.
And a 49er 1st down.
On 1st down, Newton looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
To Brandon Ayuk. No gain.
2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Touchdown,
Kendrick Bourne, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers get a score closer.
Is good.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make it 24-7.
49ers 7.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw again on 2nd down. Newton. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Touchdown.
Deebo Samuel. His second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the return, the Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
And 7 at the 38-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Murray has it knocked loose, fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
San Francisco.
A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Following the fumble recovery, Newton. Got the connection here to Bourne. And they'll get this down to the 10. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
on 2nd and 7. Newton. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Cam Newton in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score.
Is good.
Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A give. This is Cook. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. Again, it's Cook. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 38. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray, flush to his right. He'll try and run it. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
On the carry.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
On the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and it's 3rd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
To throw, it's Murray. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. DeForest Buckner with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Bullock's kick is good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Oh, he got possession on him, and he pulls it in. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Bud Dupree able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
Second down.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Throwing on third and long. Newton on the screen. This is Coleman. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the run. Watch the run.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. From the gun, Murray. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Score Cardinals 33. 49ers.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Here's Richie James on the return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Open man is born. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Bud Dupree, his 2nd sack of the night. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And this play a lot like the previous one, thanks to that stout Cardinal defense. Back-to-back, they've been tackled behind the line. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now it's Newton. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They snap it to Newton. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down.
And the 40.
Off play action. Newton. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Bud Dupree bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this is caught inside the 5. They'll get 34 yards there.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback. And he put it right where it needed to be.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. After the run, Newton going to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Kendrick Bourne, his second touchdown of the night. And the 49ers are back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think
he's got a man complete. The 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Dalvin Cook, 73 yards. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Makes the score Cardinals 40.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So that one a disaster, a big loss there with second down coming up. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Third down.
Play action. It's Newton. Got his target, Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Gain of 21 yards. First down
on 1st and 10, Newton. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To the air again, Newton. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 18 yards, 1st down Niners. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Newton throwing again. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw again, Newton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Newton's pass intercepted. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And they will take a knee here.
Murray on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.